What's up, y'all? I am back and I got a special video for you guys today. As you can see from the video, we're going to rank the Call of Duties, at least the Call of Duties that I've played in my lifetime, here today. And we're doing it because Modern Warfare 2 is right around the corner. Actually, tomorrow the early access to the campaign starts, so I will be doing some recording for the campaign portion of it, and then next week is when the real launch starts. So I figured today, seeing as though I haven't put anything out on the channel, I figured I should rank all of the Call of Duties, at least what I've played, in a ranking system from S being the best all the way to D being dog shit. D for dog shit. And all those that I did not play is going to go into the never played column, which is purple. So I think this would be pretty fun. I kind of did this before a couple of years ago, back when Modern Warfare 2019 came out, but I did it on myself. I did it by myself and I put it out on Twitter. But anyway, I'm doing it as a video so I'm able to explain myself. Explain why I like this card or why I don't like this card, or what are the things I did or did not like, and the reasons why it's in S, A, B, C, D, or whatever the case may be. So I think we should go ahead and just get this started. I'm not going to pick and choose. I was going to go from like where I started all the way to what it is today, but I think I could just go by each and every one as it comes up. Let's go to Call of Duty, the red one. I think this is Call of Duty, not Call of Duty 3. I don't know which one it is. I never played that. Call of Duty Finest Hour. I never played that. Call of Duty United Offense. I've never played that. Call of Duty Online. I've never played Call of Duty Online. I do know what it is. It was made by, I think it was made by the Chinese. That's why you could tell from the Chinese lettering. But basically, it was basically a Call of Duty game that had all the elements of every Call of Duty game ever into one. Actually, the concept and the idea is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind if, you know, Activision did that. Just combine all the studios, Raven, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer Games. If they just combine all of them to make one Call of Duty game, and then just update it. So you got all the studios working on one Call of Duty game and putting all of the content into that Call of Duty game. I think that would be so fucking awesome. But I have not played Call of Duty Online. I don't even know if it's still online. I think they shut it down, if I'm not mistaken. But anywho, Call of Duty 3. I have never played Call of Duty 3. I heard it was dog shit. Call of Duty Black Ops. I can't really see that. These classified. I don't think that's not a standalone game. I think that's probably some DLC, but I never played that. Call of Duty. I think this is the very first Call of Duty. I've never played that, so we're gonna put that there. All right. Now we get into some games that I have played. Actually, let me just go through this real quick. No, I'm gonna go as it comes along, like I said before. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So the thing about Infinite Warfare is it came after BO3, and to me, just my opinion, people say that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare was a better version of Black Ops 3. I disagree. It's both a futuristic COD, but for me, it just wasn't Black Ops 3 to me. Everything that Black Ops 3 was, the colors, the aesthetics, it was just so far removed, and it just left a bad taste in my mouth. It was super futuristic, which is, I don't care about it being super futuristic. I'm not one of those guys like, it's too far in the future. I don't give a fuck. It's just that, to me, at the time, I was having so much fun playing Black Ops 3 that I just didn't want to play Infinite Warfare. I just thought it was just inferior to me. The aesthetics, the cosmetics at the time of release, the way that it functioned, it felt like it was a carbon copy a little bit, but a little bit weirder in a sense. It was different, but the same at the same time. And in my mind, I was saying to myself, I'd rather play BO3 than this game. And that's what I did. Now, I did circle back to Infinite Warfare after it was all said and done, and it's not a bad game. It is not a bad game. I think people in the COD community was just turned off because it was another futuristic COD. There's a third one in the series at the time, and we was just over it. I wasn't over it because I didn't care, but I wasn't playing Infinite Warfare because I was too busy playing Black Ops 3 at the time. But as the multiplayer multiplayer standpoint, I thought it was pretty solid. I never played the campaign, but I heard that the campaign was extremely good. It's actually underrated. And I did play the zombie mode a little bit. It was okay. But as far as multiplayer, it's solid. Like it's nothing really too bad about it. It's just super futuristic, and in my eyes, I think it's just a little bit inferior to Black Ops 3. So to start off the official list, I think I'm going to put Infinite Warfare for now in the C tier. I think it's proper. Yeah, it's okay game. I mean, going back to it after it's all said and done, all the content that it received, it's pretty fun. There's a skill gap, but for me it's easily adjustable, and I feel as though I can hop into it. If everybody in the world would just go play Infinite Warfare right now, I wouldn't have a problem playing with it today. Alright, Call of Duty World War II. I'm not gonna hold you guys. This was the first boots on the ground game after the 3 years of futuristic CODs, and the community was bitching about how we had futuristic CODs and we were so tired. I want to go back to boots on the ground. This is not traditional COD, blah blah blah. And they came out with Call of Duty World War II. Not gonna hold you. In my opinion, Call of Duty World War II is dog shit. It's dog shit. It's garbage. And I think the problem with that is, I think I'm about to go on a little rant. The problem with Call of Duty World War II, for me and a lot of people, actually I heard that Scump, a professional Call of Duty player, he actually made a good point. Coming from Infinite Warfare, because before World War II, it was Infinite Warfare. And the community wanted boots on the ground. Coming from something super futuristic with all the movement, jetpacks and everything. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're moving up, down, left, right. You know, coming down to a boots on the ground game, which isn't a bad thing. But going all the way to the World War II era, I think that was excessive. If we would have made the jump from from Infinite Warfare to a modern setting, or even a semi-futuristic setting like a BO2 or a Black Ops 4, I think it would have been easier to digest, because those games are boots on the ground, but it's still a little bit futuristic. But coming all the way down to World War II, and at the time of launch, it didn't have that much content. It wasn't nothing to do. The way that the perk setup was laid out, it was restricting what you can and cannot be in the gameplay of the multiplayer. I did not play the campaign again because I just wasn't interested at the time. I was actually turned off from just going back to World War II, even though I didn't play any of the World War II games. I just didn't want to go to World War II. I did give it a shot. I was trying to go for the camos at the time, and it was just, I just think it was just boring. It was extremely boring. It was jarring. It was nothing compared at the time. I was still playing BO3. I went to went to World War II, and then I went to BO3, and then they did that little mid-term update where they changed everything. Came back for a little while. It was better, but it just wasn't fun. The game is just not fun. It's not fun, y'all. It's just boring. The guns are boring. I don't care for World War II guns, and this is just my opinion. I just don't care. I thought it was extremely boring. I stopped halfway through the cycle, and I just didn't care. I went back to Black Ops 3, and at that time, so basically I played Black Ops 3 for 3 years straight, technically, and man, just a bad game. And we're gonna get to another World War II game that recently came out, but we'll get there soon. Anyway, BO4. BO4 came after Call of Duty World War II, and it was a breath of fresh air. I love Treyarch. I love what they do with their games. They listen to the community. They listen to feedback. It was a boots on the ground game as well, but you could tell that some of the maps layout were catered to jetpacks a little bit, and I think they made a change halfway through their development cycle. BO4 didn't come with a campaign, but it did come out with Blackout, which I played with my friends at the time. It was the first Call of Duty Battle Royale, because of Fortnite and PUBG and H1. It was like H1Z1. That's what it's called. Because of those Battle Royale games, the hype behind it, Call of Duty had to copy and paste. But I think Call of Duty did a very good job with Blackout. It was extremely fun, just to have a Call of Duty game reimagined into a battle royale environment, and it was extremely fun. I enjoyed Blackout. But as far as the multiplayer, I can't say I love the multiplayer, but I enjoyed the multiplayer. It was doable. It was a skill gap. You had sliding. BO4 is not the first Call of Duty to implement sliding. I think that came with Call of Duty Ghosts, and then all the jetpack games had a form of slide into it. But did it have sliding? Yeah, I think BO4 had sliding. It had sliding. You had the specialists that came back from BO3, and the problem with the specialists in this game compared to BO3, I'll get to BO3 soon when we get to it. In BO3, you had the choice between a specialist ability or a specialist weapon. So you had to choose at the time when you pick your operator or your specialist. You either had to go with this ability, which most of them was non-lethal, or the weapon, which were lethal. BO4 implemented that their specialists had to be both lethal and non-lethal. You get them at the same time in the same match, and it caused chaos. It was so much confusion. It's too much things happening. So you got the gameplay. They reimagined the mini map. You're going around. And you might get hit with some bullshit ability, and then after that, they'll come back with their specialist weapon and they'll one-shot you. And there's nothing you can do. And I get what people are frustrated about the specialist weapons. It's like a free kill streak. But I think it was just more balanced in BO3 compared to BO4. Now, other than that, I don't really have a big issue. I grinded this game all the way to the end. Not as far as like prestige. I think they still had a prestige system in BO4. I mean, yeah, BO4. They had mastery camo, dark matter. I got dark matter, and I feel as though after dark matter, I kind of just went to blackout. As long as I can do a grind of the mastery camo, I assume that the game is really good. And now coming back to Infinite Warfare, they did have a mastery camo and Modern Warfare 2, but I just could not play those games. I tried World War 2. I tried World War 2 and it just didn't work out. I went halfway to get the mastery camo, just didn't care. And when BO4 came out, I grinded it, and it was fun to play just multiplayer by myself. If I could play the multiplayer by myself with no friends and anything, I could just chill and grind and play. I think it's a good multiplayer experience for me. So, with saying that, I'm going to put BO4 in the B category because it's the only game that made my hands hurt. It's literally the only Call of Duty game of all the Call of Duty games on this list. It is the only Call of Duty that made my hands hurt. Not the futuristic cards. Sorry, BO4. It felt like I was having carpet tunnel, and I couldn't explain it. And it had a higher time to kill, which is good for people who are good at the game because you can't just kill people in 3 bullets. You have to literally aim and outmaneuver people, and it punished people if you didn't have good aim. Basically, that's it. So I like BO4. I can play it again. It's not a problem with me. The graphics was significantly, I think it was significantly better in every way than Infinite Warfare. It's still the same engine, but I thought the colors of Treyarch and the graphics was just really good. So I think B is really solid. Moving on. Modern Warfare 2019. If you were to come to me before Warzone, and I'm not going to package Modern Warfare 2019 with Warzone. Warzone is a different experience. To me, it's a different experience. Without Warzone, before the pandemic, if you were to came to me and tell me where would I rank Modern Warfare 2019, I'll put it dog shit. Now, the only thing for me that saved this game without the influence of Warzone was my friends. My friends saved this game for me. If it wasn't for my friends coming to play with me or me playing with them, with Modern Warfare 2019, I could not enjoy this game. They changed so many fundamental things that we used to have in COD. The mini-map, the way that ghosts work, the perk system, the footsteps, the balancing, everything was just not catered to dead silence. Everything was just not catered to aggressive players, and I'm an aggressive player. I like playing the objective, and I like running around getting kills. Another thing that they implemented in this game was kill streaks again, instead of score streaks, and I think that hurt a lot of players because now you're not going to have the players playing for the objective. You're just having players camp and getting kills to get their kill streaks. Another argument for another day, but if it wasn't for my friends and us playing Search and Destroy, which made it super duper, I think Modern Warfare 2019 have one of the best Search and Destroy experiences ever. I don't know why the multiplayer is such dog shit. Like the core, what's it called, Respawn games, you know, Team Deathmatch, Domination, Hardpoint. Those games modes are dog shit in this game, but for Search and Destroy, it's one hell of an experience. It's amazing. And for that alone, I'm not gonna call it dog shit. I can't put it with World War II. I would definitely put it in the C tier, and I'll put it above Infinite. So the question is, I like to rank them inside the tiers. I got the Mastery Camo for Modern Warfare. It actually didn't take that long. It didn't take that long to me. It's one of the hardest grinds, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. I enjoyed it. You know, you played the Shoot the Ship playlist. I didn't touch any of the other maps outside of Search and Destroy. So if I'm grinding, it's Shoot the Ship. So you get on what's it called, fucking Shipment, and whatever the map is on that playlist. And I just played those two maps and grinded, and I got the Damascus camo. I never got the Mastery Camo for Infinite Warfare, but the only reason I really went after the Mastery Camo in Modern Warfare was for Warzone. So the question is, which multiplayer experience would I rather go back to? And honest to God, I'm sorry, I'm just a fan of the jetpacks. And I'll get to that soon once we get to BO3, and I'll go on a tangent or a rant about why I love the futuristic games, rather than boots on the ground. But I'll wait. But for now, I'd rather rank Infinite Warfare over Modern Warfare 2019. I don't think the game is dog shit. The graphics are fucking amazing. It set a standard, actually, as far as graphics. And moving forward, no Call of Duty game should look worse than 2019 because it set a standard. So, yeah, I'd rather come back to Infinite Warfare as far as just overall gameplay and multiplayer. But it's not dog shit. You're dog shit, World War II. You're dog shit. Never played Call of Duty Mobile. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This came out in 2019, and this game could have been better. As far as graphics, and I think this is what killed the game a little bit. Not killed the game. The game ain't killed. It's not dead. It's not a stupid game. It's not a bad game. It catered back to more of what Call of Duty was. I forgot to mention the 2019 one, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. They eliminated the prestige system, so that carried over to Cold War, of course. And so the multiplayer, the graphics was just back to what BO4 was before 2019. I told you 2019 set a standard for graphics. And when you go from 2019 to 2020 with Cold War, it didn't follow the same engine. It was made by Treyarch, and that engine was just such a downgrade. It looked worse, had colors, it just looked worse, felt worse, and it kind of, pushed a lot of players away from it, and a lot of players did fall back on 2019. Friends included. Like I played both at the time when Cold War came out. I played Cold War because I went to go for the Mastery Camo, and I did achieve the Mastery Camo. I got what's called Dark Matter Ultra. I think that's what's called. Yeah, Dark Matter Ultra, I think. And after that, I kind of never touched Cold War ever. I just got the Mastery Camo and dipped. I went to Warzone. And some of the content in Cold War was more like a booster pack for Warzone. So everything that came into Cold War, it was more catered to Warzone instead of multiplayer. All the content, it was more like, hey, here's a new gun, but we're going to just play this game to level up the gun so we can use it in Warzone. So as far as a multiplayer experience, I think it's better than Modern Warfare 2019. As far as graphics, it cannot touch 2019. But I would put it, I can still play it to this day. I would put it in the C tier, but I will put it behind Infinite Warfare. Yeah, because I can go back to Infinite Warfare. If Infinite Warfare came out tomorrow, like as a new game, if it never existed and came out tomorrow, I feel as though that game will be awesome. Of course, if you upgraded the graphics and everything, but man, yeah, Cold War, it could have been better. The zombies was good, but I'm not too big of a zombies fan, to be honest. It's okay. It's playable, and that's all I can really say. The campaign was cool. I didn't like the ending. I thought the ending was just like corny. Another thing, Modern Warfare 2019 had the best campaign ever. Sorry. Matter of fact, I almost. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got me. Okay. Yeah. Call of Duty Cold War, I think because of the campaign, it was lackluster. Modern Warfare had the best campaign I ever played in my life. That shit was realistic. Damn, Modern Warfare, you could have just been the GOAT. You could have been an S tier game, bro. I'm trying to tell you. You could have been an S tier game. But it is what it is, bro. I don't like Cold War being this low, but it's not that good of a game. It's a good game, it's just not. It's just hollow. That's the best way I can describe it. It's hollow. Anyway, Call of Duty 4, which is the first Modern Warfare. I didn't play the original Call of Duty 4. So I did play Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. And I will consider that to be what this is. It's okay. It's niche. It is what it is for the time, but when you play it, I never started with, Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. I came in with Modern Warfare 3. Spoilers, I never played any of these games. So I came in with Modern Warfare 3 back in 2011. So I'm saying this because Call of Duty 4 got remastered, and I don't see it, and it was bundled with Infinite Warfare, right? And I would say it was fine. It was niche. It was something to play. Other than Infinite Warfare, I gave it a try for like a month or two, and it's updated, graphically better looking Modern Warfare 4. Kudos. I mean, for those who played it when it first came out, Modern Warfare 4, I'm pretty sure you felt some great nostalgia. I'm pretty sure you had a good time, but I'd rather play something that has a better skill gap, and that's it. I don't think it's dog shit though. I thought it was pretty cool. Just consider like the C tier as average. It's average. Yeah, it's just a little bit average. And what I'd rather play, kind of in order, I'd rather play Black Ops 4 than Infinite Warfare. I'd rather play Infinite Warfare than Modern Warfare, and so on and so on. So that's how I'm looking at it. I'm burning hell. World War II, burning hell. It's funny because I love World War II as far as history, but the games, well, in Call of Duty terms, you can have it. Okay, World of War, never played it. Modern Warfare 2, I never played it. Sorry, guys. I know you call it the GOAT. Whatever. Whoop-de-doo. Black Ops, I never played it. All right. And we could go ahead and just get these niggas out the way. I never played that shit. Never played that shit. Never played that shit. I don't know why it's two of these. I'm just going to put one in here. I don't know why it's two of those. Okay. Modern Warfare 3. Oh, the nostalgia. This is the first Call of Duty that I've ever played. And at the time, it's funny because I remember talking to one of my friends in class, my senior year of high school, and I was telling him, I was asking him, should I play? Should I buy Call of Duty, or at the time the Battlefield game at the time? He was like, man, you should hop on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, man. Modern Warfare 2 was so good. Black Ops was so good. And then one friend was like, no, you should get Battlefield because the maps are bigger. And I was like, that does sound good. But I didn't know any of the concepts of Call of Duty. I didn't play or know anything about Call of Duty. I didn't know what the hell it was. You know? I didn't play person shooters at the time. Except for Halo 3. So I wasn't in a loop in the community at the time. So I took a plunge, I took a chance, and I bought Modern Warfare 3 on launch night. Nervous, I played it, and man, it changed my life. It changed my life. That game was awesome. I was dog shit at that game. Noob up the ass. Noob. Didn't care. Didn't know what a KD was. Didn't know what a meta was. Didn't know what was the right attachments. What was the right gun to use. Didn't know the great spots. I was just gone. And I think that's the best part about some people when they first started to play like games. Like, let's say you first started playing 2K for the first time or Madden for the first time. At first, you just didn't care. You just wanted to play. And that's how I felt about Modern Warfare 3. I just wanted to play. I wanted to get some headphones and talk shit, even though I was dog shit. They were saying you got a .5 KD. I didn't even know what that meant. You know, they was like, oh, you're losing more than you're killing. And I was like, I don't care. And, you know, I didn't feel no envy about not getting any streaks because I put the support streaks on at the time. The campaign, I played the campaign and didn't know what the fuck was going on. I had no backstory to how Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 4 worked. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on in the campaign, but I thought that shit was awesome. And I just played, died a lot. Just didn't care. Dog shit. And I think those type of things are really nostalgic. Now I did circle back to play Modern Warfare 3 recently just to, you know, touch up on it. And with my current skill set, going back to that game, oh man, I would have ripped that game apart. And that's what I say about Modern Warfare 2. I was like, man, with my current skill set, put me back. You can put me back in any of these damn games. I'm gonna rip you apart. But Modern Warfare 3, I was tearing them up. Woo! But at the time, back in the day, I was dog shit, and I didn't care. It introduced the face-off maps, and that was a big part of my enjoyment too. The 2v2s, 3v3s, 1v1s. Man, that game was really good. That game was awesome. I'm putting this at A tier because if they were to remaster it, I will play it. If they were to remaster it, I will play Modern Warfare 3, and that's a little bit nostalgic for me. That's why it's going to A tier. But man, oh man, that's where it all started, man. So it has a special place in my heart. Moving on, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Some people may consider it the GOAT. And you know what? For me, on this day, it's S tier. Black Ops 2 is when I started to take Call of Duty a little bit serious. That's when I started to look at myself in the mirror and be like, I need to get good at this game. I knew what a KD was. I knew what score streaks was. I knew metas. And I'm not even going to say I was really good at Black Ops 2. Because I wasn't. I think my KD in Black Ops 2 was .85. But that's when I started to take things serious. I started grinding for camos. You know, I started trying new things. I didn't use the same weapon over and over again. I started experimenting with all of the weapons. You know, you start paying attention to the intel that dropped from the community or from the studio's heads, and you know, get excited, you know, about the DLCs. It was the first game that introduced DLC weapons. I remember the Peacemaker coming out. I remember all of that, and I played this game in college, and that's what I remember this game for. College, starting college. as far as the system and multiplayer campaign, I didn't know what the fuck was going on in the campaign because I didn't play Black Ops 1. But it's not a game that you need to kind of play Black Ops 1 to understand what the fuck is going on, because I think they did a good job of just, you know, it was a new story. It was set in the future. This is the first futuristic COD, by the way. So it really just didn't matter. And coming off of Modern Warfare 3 to a futuristic COD, I thought the shit was dope. I thought it looked better. And that's probably why I like futuristic CODs, because if you go to the future, now the developers have things to do. They have ideas. It no longer are restricted to the time period at the time. You could do what the fuck you want. You know, they start implementing things that we don't have in today's standards, and you're okay with it because you call it the future. You can go in, you know, you go in the campaign and you turn invisible. Hey, we can't do this today, but in the future you probably could. And I just thought that shit was awesome. They had like machines and shit walking around. The kill streaks were updated, and it was awesome. The game, the pick 10 system. First time we had a pick 10 system. Revolutionary, you know? It's nostalgic. The gameplay is a standard for real. And I think we lost a ton of that with the latest Call of Duties that came out, like Modern Warfare 2019. And we're still chasing this game. We're still chasing Black Ops 2, in my opinion. We're chasing lightning in the bottle with Black Ops 2. And I just think I don't consider it my GOAT, but if you do consider it your GOAT, I respect it and I understand. So for me, it's S tier, and that's where it's gonna stay. I don't think probably missing out some detail about Black Ops 2. I'm trying to think, but I'm not trying to spend too much time on Black Ops 2. We got a couple more games to get through. All right, Ghosts, Call of Duty Ghosts. It's probably one of the most hated Call of Duties ever. Next to Infinite Warfare, ironically, some of the most hated Call of Duties ever are made from Infinity War. You know, Ghosts, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare 2019. Ghosts is not a bad game. It's not a great game, but it's not a bad game. It's playable, in my opinion. I went back to Circle. So the thing is, in college, I kind of skipped the launch of Ghosts and Advanced Warfare. We'll get to that soon. And I was still playing Black Ops 2 through these two cycles. Before BO3 came out, I went back and bought Ghosts and Advanced Warfare. So I can just, you know, kind of play them, you know, and that's what I did. Before BO3, I was like, I got a 2-year gap in between BO3 and Black Ops 2. Let me go buy Ghosts and Advanced Warfare. And I played them. I played them a lot before BO3 came out. And going to Ghosts wasn't bad. It was different, gray as hell. No colors in Ghosts. I don't know why they did that, but they have to understand that aesthetics is something. It's something that we all love. The colors is something that's vibrant. It makes you want to go back. If something is too gloomy, hard to see, it's not going to be pleasing to play. And I think BO2 did a good job with its colors. So going to Ghosts at the time, I'm pretty sure a lot of people had issues with that. Just it being gray. The maps were too big. Stonehaven was a problem. It was hard to find people. People would just play a different play style. They had IEDs everywhere. That was fucking annoying. But as far as just kind of just playing, I can go back and play it and be annoyed, but it'd be kind of fun, in my opinion. It's definitely not a B tier by any means, but it's playable. And I'm looking at the C tier list. I'd rather play Ghosts. If Ghosts would have came out today, I would rather play Ghosts than Cold War. And that's just how I feel. I wish I would have caught it in its heyday, but I was too busy loving BO2. I wish I would have played Ghost when it first came out and just played it. I think it would have been awesome. Same with Advanced Warfare. So Advanced Warfare, first futuristic COD as far as the jetpack era. Even though it was exosuits. Jetpacks, exosuits, whatever, tomato, tomato. I wasn't there. I wasn't there for the launch, but I was there to play it. And it's not bad. It was a big adjustment, and I'm pretty sure it was the first game to start having SBMM accusations, skill-based matchmaking accusations. And the learning curve, I would understand if you are not. I guess we can talk about it now. I'm going to go ahead and put Advanced Warfare. I'm going to say right here. And I'm going to go ahead and push Infinite Warfare up. So, let's go ahead and talk about jetpacks and movement. Some people love boots on the ground games, and I get it. Probably nostalgic. But honest to God, in my opinion, you're probably just dog shit in movement. Hate to say it to you. You just bad at movement. You probably played the futuristic CODs and saw you getting shit on because you just couldn't adapt to the movement. I had to adapt to the movement not because I had to, not because I have to, because nobody's forcing you to jump, exosuit, boost. But it was just fun to do. It was fun. You don't have to no longer have to worry about somebody pre-aiming a corner, getting on a head glitch, and there's nothing you can do. You don't have to worry about running into somebody. You might have a slower TTK, time to kill gun, with somebody else. You do the same strafe movement, you will still die. You probably jump too. You'll probably still die. It's nothing you could do with the lack of movement. It's not, the skill gap was decreased with boots on the ground. When you have that exosuit fucking jetpack movement, your imagination is your weapon. I'm going to get into BO3, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, BO3 in my opinion is the best Call of Duty game that ever came out. Bar none. With Advanced Warfare, it introduced an exosuit movement that if you were bad at it, you had a horrible time. If you were good at it, you had an amazing time. It introduced, I think it was a pick 13 system, and you could start attaching some of the kill streaks. You can equip some upgrades to kill streaks. I thought that was pretty weird, but other than that, and it introduced, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to get into it, they introduced microtransactions as far as the supply drop system. But to me, it was a little bit more egregious as far as the supply drop system with Advanced Warfare rather than BO3. Advanced Warfare, yes, they put weapons in crates that were random that you'll probably never see. But Advanced Warfare did it bad because there were guns that were similar to the stock guns that had different stats. And those stats were what you were chasing. BO3 put guns in the supply system, but they were completely different than the stock guns. You know, you might have some guns that were in the supply box system, you know, that you was trying to get for, you know, playing BO3, but you still had the stock guns. But Advanced Warfare basically said, hey, you have a gun, but there's a better version of the gun you got in this supply system. And I think that was worse in every way. So I understand what people complain about supply system, but they get more. They get on more on Black Ops 3 for some reason. People hate Black Ops 3 for their system than the Advanced Warfare system, and I don't get it. I never had a problem with supply drops in both games. Never had a problem. I don't give a fuck. Just don't buy them. It's worse to say that in Advanced Warfare because, like I said, you're probably looking for the better gun. The better version gun in the supply system. Black Ops 3 didn't do that. Black Ops 3 had more DLC guns in the supply box system than the stock guns that came with the game, which I kind of say that's kind of bullshit. Yeah, that's kind of bad. But nobody forced you. They didn't force you to buy supply drops. You might want the better gun. You just had to take the risk of trying to get it randomly. Me, I could pick up any gun in BO3. Any gun. And I'm whooping your ass. Why? Movement. Movement was everything. I could take a pistol and be the top of the lobby. Take a melee weapon, be the top of the lobby. Take a sniper rifle with a pistol, be the top of the lobby. It doesn't matter if you had a DLC gun. It was one bullshit ass DLC gun that came out in BO3 that was overpowered, but I think they patched it. But I didn't care about BO3's supply drop system because I never bought into it. I was having fun with the stock guns. I got the mastery camo. This is the first game that I ever got the mastery camo for. Dark Matter. I got all the hero gear for the specialists. It was just so much to do. Level 1000. I think this is I think Advanced Warfare was the first game to introduce level 1000. I could be wrong. Level 1000. The first game I ever got to level 1000 in Prestige because I played the game 3 years in a row. And I could just have fun with any gun. If I got a new gun from the supply drops, good. I'm gonna grind it to Dark Matter. It's fun. But I'm not gonna hate on somebody who has a gun that I don't, because I can pick up this other stock gun and whoop your ass in it. As long as I'm whooping your ass, I'm having fun. I was really good with the Black Ops 3 movement. It's the first time I bought like a modded controller, like a Scuff or the Elite controller. First time. And I had fun. It was a fun game. Movement is so important. It gives you ideas as you're playing how you're going to approach a gunfight. And if you could outmaneuver somebody who was just head glitching, camping, or sliding in there, jump up, fly through the sky, shoot, aim, that was a skill gap. Some people could just not adjust to that. And if you're really good with the movement, you had a ball. And I had a ball. I love BO3. I think BO3 is the best Call of Duty game to ever come out. And I played it like last week. Just for shits and giggles. And guess what? I was whooping niggas still. I just think it's a superior game. Overall, people bitch about its fucking egregious black market. Who gives a fuck? Just don't buy it. I never bought it. Whatever gun I got in the supply system went on with my life. And I got a lot of guns in the 3 years I played it. And some guns I never touched because you got to be lucky. But if you was content about that, I think you had a good time with BO3. Oh, man, that's a lot of talking. Call of Duty Vanguard. Call of Duty Vanguard. I want to call it dog shit. I really do. And I think I am. I think I'm calling it dog shit. It's dog shit. You know what? You're not as bad as World War II, but you're pretty bad. You're basically Modern Warfare 2019, but worse in every way. Just worse. You gotta, you put in 10 attachments on every gun. For what? Now every gun could be anything. You have no variety. The movement is fucking fast as shit for a boots on the ground game. I can hardly see shit because of the smoke and the atmospheric shit that's blowing. They just did too much. No, they didn't do too much. They did too little. This game had nothing going for it except for the 14 maps that came with. This game was just boring. It was really boring. So boring. Oh. And I tried to get the mastery camo. The reason why I didn't get the mastery camo, and it was very doable. I can play the multiplayer. It's frustrating, but I can play the multiplayer. The only reason why I didn't get the mastery camo is because they announced that the camos and all the guns and stuff that was in Warzone is not carrying over to Warzone 2. So that halted my whole progress. I was like, oh, I'm not playing this game then. Instead, I was playing Warzone and I was playing 2019. I didn't want to play Cold War, and the only reason I would come back to Vanguard is to grind a DLC gun that became meta. And once I got that up to its level, I dipped. So again, another World War II game that nobody asked for. You know, nobody wanted to go back to World War II, and I think that killed it a lot. Tough, and I think they didn't really care about the damn game, to be honest. I don't think they gave a damn. In the beginning launch, they had so many issues with Vanguard, especially on the Christmas time frame. Shit was broken. The fucking thermite nades, this shit was broken. It was frustrating, and they was on holiday vacation while the game was broken. They didn't give a fuck. So I think they just pushed this game out. Was like, look, this is like the last year of the original Warzone experience. Let's just put out a game that they'll probably like, and you know, they'll like the weapons and Caldera and blah blah blah. The game was trash, bro. It was so bad. It's so bad. It's not, in my opinion, it's not as bad as World War II. I think World War II is the worst Call of Duty game to ever come out, in my opinion, that I ever played. And that leads us to what we don't know yet. Modern Warfare 2022. Modern Warfare 2 2022. And I can't judge it because I haven't played it yet. I did play the beta, and from my experience playing the beta, I can't give it a critique. It's some things I like, and it's some things I really, really hate. I think this game has the potential to be one of the greatest Call of Duty games if they just listen to the community. But knowing Infinity Ward, they ain't gonna listen to nothing we gotta say. But as it stands, as far as the beta, consider this just the beta little icon. If I were to rank the experience, stop that. Okay, I gotta hold on to it. If I were to just rank the experience of the beta in the time I put in, I didn't put that much time into it, but when I did play it, I would put it. Probably right there. I would put it right there. As of right now for the beta. Gotta see what the weapons are like. Gotta see what the variety of maps, how people want to play, if they make any changes to the perk system, if they make any changes to the map, the mini map, if they make any changes to the field upgrades, make any changes to the movement, the sounds. So far it looks so good. It's similar to 2019, Modern Warfare 2019. I think it looks a little bit better. It's a little bit more colorful. We'll see. But as it stands right now, I'm worried. I'm really worried. And we're having this game for 2 years, and I'm worried that this game might be dog shit. If not dog shit, I think it's going to be playable. It's going to be playable. I don't think it's going to be dog shit. I have faith that it could be like a B tier COD. I don't think it's up with the upper echelons. But for me, I think it has the potential to be better than 2019. Potential. But we'll see. They just got to listen. And this is going to conclude my list. Let me just go through it one more time. S tiers, BO3, BO2. I got Modern Warfare 3, nostalgic, and it still plays very well in my opinion. B tier, BO4, Infinite Warfare. I have no complaints about that. C tier, like I said, if you would have came to me before the pandemic about Modern Warfare 2019, I would consider that game a dog shit game. But my friends saved that game for me, and my experience. Ghost is pretty good. I think it still does good. It just has bad maps. If the maps wasn't so bad, I think that game would be a B tier game. Advanced Warfare, I think, is the inferior of the 3 jetpack games, in my opinion. First, it led the way, and I think it got the best with BO3 and Infinite Warfare, and just you know. Cold War is hollow, kind of boring, kind of just lackluster. Didn't look as good as Modern Warfare 2019. So it's playable. It's playable. It's fun when it's fun, and it's not when it's not. I'll tell you what. Some games are if you're not good in the game. There are some games, if you're not good, you know, you can still have fun. Like in BO2, I wasn't good, but I was still having fun. I was trying to get better, but I was still having so much fun. So you can have bad performance and still have a good time. And I think with Cold War, when you having a bad experience, I was just angry. That's the best way I can explain it. The beta, I'm worried as it sits right now for Modern Warfare 2 2022. I put it at a low C. It has potential to be one of the greatest COD games. I think its potential, if the potential of them listening to everybody, it could be a S tier game. But as it stands, I think it's maxing out as a B tier game. And that's fine. I think a B tier game could carry it could carry me at least for 2 years. So yeah. They just gotta make changes, man. And Call of Duty 4, I consider the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. It's just a niche throwback game to me. I didn't grind it. I played it. It just was just lacking in things to do because I'm so used to the evolution of Call of Duty and the things that they brought, and going back to Modern Warfare 4, simplistic, basic. Okay. I have no nostalgic feeling towards it because I didn't play it when it first came out. Vanguard is trash, and Warfare 2 is super trash. So that's the list. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening. If you have any disagreements, put them down below. Sorry I didn't play. If your favorite COD was like Modern Warfare 2, sorry I didn't play it. I'm not going to judge something I didn't play. You know, be fair. Black Ops. Not going to judge something I just did not play. Sorry. Hey, at least it's not dog shit, right? Could have been maybe if I played it, but didn't play it. But I want to hear you guys' opinions. Do you have any opinions of the games? Hey, put them down below. Drop a like, drop a comment, drop a dislike. I don't care. And I'm looking forward to playing Modern Warfare 2, especially the campaign this week. And I'm trying to finish up that campaign before the initial launch and put all the content on my YouTube channel, so look out for that. And I will catch you guys next time. All right. Peace out.